semifinals. How do you feel? Who really cares, you know?
I feel good. I mean, I didn't do that last year, so it's I'm just honored to be able to compete in this tournament. So making it a little bit farther is a blessing. So it's awesome.
You said you didn't make it here last year. What changed from last year to this year?
Just growth, I think just maturity, letting my brain develop, just not getting so caught up in the moment. I think trying to be a perfectionist is really hard in wrestling because there's a lot of very imperfect things that happen. So being able to understand that, no one's perfect, and I think that took me a long time to realize that. And a little forgiveness of myself. I get mad when I'm not tech falling the guy or hitting nice moves. So when it's a gritty takedown, or I got to be gritty and really just get it out. Grind out those matches to win. That's what it's going to take. Even looking at my old teammate, an older brother Yanni, he he's one of the slickest dudes out there. When he comes to this tournament, he's got to really grind it out. There's a lot of matches, he's had really close matches, giving up takedowns. Going into sudden death where a lot on the line, but he's able to refocus and find that way. So just working on doing a better job of that.
For him to just be here means more than anything to me.
Yeah, and we can talk about this after the tournament. Dealt with a lot of adversity this year. Some unusual things. Everyone was, Flo guys were hating on me for not wrestling the best guys, whatever. No one knows your real story. You can't, bash someone if you really don't know what's going on with them. So shout out to Flo for bashing me all weekend before we started wrestling. So that was nice. But conferences, it was good. My first match against a guy wasn't, Jimmy Harrington's tough. I've wrestled before. It wasn't pleasing that match. I had to get it out. It was my first time competing in a while. And again, coming off dealing with adversity, that was some scary stuff I had to, get by. And
confidence is a lot, and I think this one would be
again, I was just grateful to be able to step on the mat again and to be able to compete and make it even farther than I did last year when I even had more confidence last year. It means a lot, So
the game,
I'm just grateful for my family, all the people who've really gotten me here.
Those moments,
there's Yanni said it too when he won. It was just like, I'm just the guy you see. There's a lot of guys who've really gotten me to this place. There's a guy filming right there. He coached me in my cadet world team trials, and that's just a part of the journey. Like Greg said, there's so many people here. That's why I really like this tournament. There's so many people here that have truly got me to this point. So seeing so many people, giving them high fives, hugs, telling them how much I love them, it just has made this tournament a lot more fun. Obviously I want to win and do the best I can, but again, I'm just super happy that I can just be here. All those people in the stands, they don't know what it's like to be out there, and as much as people can bash you, oh, he's not that, he's that, oh, and even the other side of it, people are very excited to see me wrestle. It's like it's tough being yourself, so it's just a lot.
What is some of the adversity you went through to get to this point?
We can we'll get into that after the tournament, but just a lot, injury, I'll give you one thing, it's scary when you wake up in the hospital and it's been a couple days since you've been awake, so it's scary stuff to wake up and you don't know what day it is. So again, just grateful that I can lace my shoes up and represent all the kids who don't get to wrestle. I think that I took a lot for granted, but even just like this past year, just I never really understood that everything I get to do is like, really special stuff. And even just to go to practice is just like a blessing. So, just understanding that has really just gave me a new perspective. So just, the more that I compete and I understand these moments, it's making me love more the just the moments I get with these people around me. Obviously all this stuff's great. If I win, I lose. It's like I can't take any of this stuff with me. 100 years, no one's gonna remember who wins this tournament. So it's awesome that I can just build relationships and give love to the people that have given me love.
So you mentioned Yanni a few times. What advice does he give to you?
Yeah, Yanni's the man. And again, like people bash him. He's on his own path. So Yanni's done a lot. I think that again, obviously Yanni's a great wrestler, but it's his mind that I think really makes him him. As much as I love wrestling that dude, I have a really hard time beating him because he just is so composed when we wrestle. And there's days I've been up 9-0 in freestyle against him and I somehow lose the match. Literally go take down, turn. I'm like, oh, I got this. Go for my next hit. Oh, I just got taken down again. Oh, that's all right. 9-2. All right, now it's 9-8. I'm stalling with a minute left. All right, now it's 15-9. Okay, I lost. Now I'm upset. So just Yanni's a really special guy, and there's so many special guys. All of us are special. They're all special in different ways. So as much as Yanni's helped me, guys who are not even starting have helped me a lot. Again, just like that, perspective thing. It's just like you don't need to be, the greatest wrestler alive to help someone else out that's wrestling. You could. There's people I text on DM have never met, they've never wrestled a day in their life, and they give me advice, and some of that stuff's been the best stuff I've ever heard. So just taking, bits and pieces, taking small bites and, enjoying this process.
Tell me, what does family, not factory, mean to you?
Ooh, that's going to get me riled up. I think a lot of teams say that they're a family, and, not that they're not. I think every team's got a brotherhood. I just think family includes a lot of things. It includes our wrestling managers, our coaches, like people off the sidelines. People who are even on the wrestling team that just show up to watch practice, or the parents on the team. It's so much more than just, and not to bash these big schools, but it's like, we don't have, we have a beautiful wrestling room, and that's probably the best thing we got, but there's schools that have, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they can pick and choose who they want. And, like, there's a lot of, rules we got to follow and a lot of things, so it's not as impressive when, you got $100 million to make a team, I mean, you can buy and choose and just recruit anyone because your name's great. It's just not as, satisfying to watch them win, you know what I mean, And, I'm kind of directing that towards a lot of schools, but again, it's just, when you're loyal to kids, and you build the kid up from the start, it's a lot different. There's programs that recruit kids, and they're like, oh, that's my team, and, some kid goes in the transfer portal. What happened, coach? Well, he's a returning All-American. We need him. What was the point of recruiting me then? You said I was going to be the guy. Well, So I just really think that, the family aspect's a lot more than just, I love my brothers, they're there for me, so it's just a lot more of that, and it's just like, there's people like, again, roommates I've had, and just people who never even, not even guys who they're injured all the time, they can't even, they can't even get to practice, You look at their point of view, it's like, dude, I wish I could just drill, There's kids who don't even, they're not even out of the hospital, they spend their life in the hospital, and just, like I said, when you wake up and you don't know what day it is, and you don't know where you're at, it's like, I was angry at first when I found that out, and then I walked down the highway and I see kids who look like they've never been out of the hospital. It's like, wow, I'm an asshole, I got the world in my hands, and I'm upset that I can't get out of the hospital. Like, it's just, again, the family thing's a lot more. I had a lot of people visit me, when I was out and stuff. So, again, it's not that, it's just the guys around you, it's the coaches, it's the culture, I got a whole group of fans out there, and I go up to every single one of them and give them a hug, And not that, I have a small group, but it's just like, I appreciate every person that, has given me help, Again, Jason Garrison standing right there. He I had a mishap happen when I was 17, and I was getting dry. And my coach couldn't be there, and he stepped up to the plate, and I just remember he just kept saying, lay your heavy mitts on the guys, and I went out there and I wrestled some of the best I did when I was young, and again, it's just family not factory really means, there's people around you that are truly there for you, and it's like, even on your worst days, even beyond your worst days, the days where you're standing on the ledge of a building, ready to jump off, and it's like, they're right there, to catch you. There's one guy on the bottom, one guy pulling you back, So it's just so much more than, how good you are at wrestling. Oh, you're great at wrestling, we want you, I can think of a lot of phone calls, the coaches just calling me, telling me how great I am. It's like, that's great, that's cool and all, like, not that I didn't, obviously I had a good high school career, but it's like, I want to be told that, like, I can do better, I want to be told that I kind of suck. Not that Mike Gray did that, but, he called me, he's like, hey, you're great, but let's get you to that next level. So I think the family aspect just means, you're truly for that person, their best days, the worst days, the days that, they're ready to quit, they're still calling you every other week, So it's like, so much more than a paycheck, so much more than, a name brand, so much more than just, again, the name. It's like everyone's so focused on, the name of it. It's just like, if people truly love you, people are truly there for you, they'll be there for no matter what, If you never wrestle again, if I wrestle for the rest of my life, win the Olympics, go, 0-1, it's just like, rep your charge. Don't think that people, you can go 0-1 in wrestling, but again, just, people are, I've had some dark times, and, there was a lot of people there who just, love me no matter what, and I just think that a lot of other schools don't like that, Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm delusional, but you got to be a little delusional to get to this point, so.